Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with Chris Hyatt. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, Valley, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So
Excellent.
there's a lot of technology as things grow, and we have to adapt to that technology.
Absolutely.
What are you recommending to your buyers and sellers when it comes to AI and online and internet?
Great question. I think tools are amazing to get the juices flowing, to get the ideas going, to give people kind of maybe more focus on what it is that they're looking for. One thing that I always caution my buyers and sellers is don't let AI be your be all and end all. Absolutely, shoot me the questions that you have. But one of the things that we specifically get a lot is, the HomeBot, for example, it can be a great tool for saying like, oh, my home is worth this, or a Zestimate. Zillow is very famous for that. And what we have found over time is that Zestimates and stuff, they're often fairly accurate in developments that are very similar. So if they're looking at a place that's, you've got 400 things around it that are exactly the same, it's pretty easy to get a good sense of value. But anything that has unique features or unique issues that need to be addressed, they can be very challenging for algorithms and non-humans to assess and give value to. So one of the questions that I hear a lot is, well, what makes you say that my house is worth a lot less than Zillow? And I said, well, for example, a client of mine was going to make a bid on something that was on auction, and Zillow said it was, worth, just doing a quick search, a 3.2 in La Mesa was worth anywhere between $750 and $850. But Zillow doesn't know that maybe it was a burned out shell. Maybe there was a big fire. Maybe it's infested. Maybe it was used to make things of a non-legal nature. Who knows? And Zillow doesn't know that. So it does its guesstimate. So that's where it's great for someone who gets that information to bring it to a professional to say, hey, what's the reality? Is this real? And I have clients of mine on the HomeBot program, for example, who do say, hey, is this real? And sometimes it is. And sometimes they do a great job at getting that value. And sometimes it's very different. And we who know the neighborhoods really well, we know the features of the neighborhood, the characteristics of that actually people will pay more money for or less money for, depending on what the situation is, we can explain that to the client. And once that is explained, I think it makes a lot more sense to people. So I think AI is wonderful in its ability to present a lot of information and great tools for people. But I think to make it make sense and weave it into a story that's based in reality, I think having a realtor with local knowledge, experience, and can relate what the situation is in real life to a person with words and have the experience behind those words is even more valuable.
Yeah, so it's basically a good starting point. It's a good tool, but
Absolutely.
It is not God, and
It's not
it
God.
will not determine your actual property value. It's
Absolutely.
a great guesstimate. I like that word, guesstimate.
It's
not
a good guesstimate,
zestimate.
yeah. So, AI cannot walk into the house and see what repairs need being made, or they can't see the beautiful new kitchen, or, that somebody spent $100,000 on, they can't do that.
All right, Chris.
That's what we can do.
Yes, and that's why you got to hire a professional like Chris. So thank you so much for sharing.
Great to see you, Valley.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.